Namaste, Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. Welcome back to Pine IT Edu Plus.
Today's topic functions in Python. Lambda function. The lambda operator or lambda function is a way to create small anonymous functions. That means functions without a name. These functions are throwaway functions. They are just needed where they have been created. Lambda functions are mainly used in combination with the functions filter, map, and reduce. The lambda feature was added to Python due to the demand from Lisp programmers. Why lambda? Lambda function reduces the number of lines of code when compared to normal Python functions defined using def keyword. They are generally used when a function is needed temporarily for a short period of time, often to be used inside another function such as filter, map, and reduce. Zip. The zip function takes iterables, makes an iterator that aggregates elements based on the iterable passed, and returns an iterator of tuples. An iterable is any Python object capable of returning its members one at a time, permitting it to be iterated over in a for loop. Familiar examples of iterables include lists, tuples, and strings. Any such sequence can be iterated over in a for loop. Return value from zip. The zip function returns an iterator of tuples based on the iterable object. If no parameters are passed, zip returns an empty iterator. If a single iterable is passed, zip returns an iterator of one tuples, meaning the number of elements in each tuple is 1. If multiple iterables are passed, ith tuple contains ith. Suppose two iterables are passed, one iterable containing 3 and other containing 5 elements. Then the returned iterator has 3 tuples. It is because the iterator stops when the shortest iterable is exhausted. User defined functions. Functions are a set of known actions that the computer can perform. It is the conventional way to divide your code into useful blocks, allowing us to order our code, make it more readable, reuse it, and save some time. Also, functions are a key way to define interfaces so programmers can share their code. Functions may return a value to the caller using the keyword return. Python gives you many built-in functions like print, etc. But you can also create your own functions. These functions are called user-defined functions. Functions in Python are defined using the block keyword def, followed by the function's name as the block's name. Functions may also receive arguments. Functions can only be called after they have been defined. Call them by writing the function name followed by parentheses and the parameters. Defining a function. Function blocks begins with the keyword def followed by the function name and parentheses. Any input parameters or arguments should be placed within these parentheses. You can also define parameters inside these parentheses. The first statement of function can be an optional statement, the documentation string of the function or docstring. The code block within every function starts with a colon and is indented. The statement return exits a function, optionally passing back an expression to the caller. A return statement with no arguments is the same as return none. Calling a function. Defining a function only gives it a name, specifies the parameters that are to be included in the function, and structures are blocks of code. Once the basic structure of a function is finalized, you can execute it by calling it from another function or directly from the Python prompt. Pass by reference. All parameters in a Python language are passed by reference. It means if you change what a parameter refers to within a function, the changes also reflects back in the calling function. Here we are maintaining reference to the past object and appending values in the same object. Function arguments. An argument or parameters are the values that we are given inside the function bracket. You can call a function by using the following types of formal arguments: required arguments, keyword arguments, default arguments, and variable length arguments. First one, required arguments. Required arguments are the arguments passed to a function in correct positional order. Here, the number of arguments in the function call should match exactly with the function definition. Second type, keyword arguments. Keyword arguments are related to the function calls. When you use keyword arguments in a function call, the caller identifies the arguments by the parameter name. This allows you to skip arguments or place them out of order because the Python interpreter is able to use the keywords provided to match the values with parameters. Third one, default arguments. A default argument is an argument that assumes a default value if a value is not provided in the function call for that argument. Fourth one, variable length arguments. You may need to process a function for more arguments than you specified while defining the function. These arguments are called variable length arguments and are not named in the function definition. Syntax for a function with non-keyword variable arguments is this. Here is the example. Scope and lifetime of variables. Scope of a variable is the portion of the program where the variable is recognized. Parameters and variables defined inside a function are not visible from outside. Hence, they have local scope. Lifetime of a variable is the period throughout where the variable exists in the memory. The lifetime of variables inside a function is as long as the function executes. They are destroyed once we return from the function. Hence, a function does not remember the value of a variable from its previous calls. If you define a variable at the top level of your script or module or notebook, this is the global variable. Simple function example, calculating the square of a number. Simple recursive function example, factorial of a number. A recursive function ought to calculate the factorial of a number. Complicated function example, Fibonacci series. A non-recursive function to return the nth Fibonacci number. Complicated recursive function example, Fibonacci series recursive. Here is a recursive version of the Fibonacci function that calculates the nth Fibonacci number. Recursive function for sum of digits. This function calculates the sum of digits of a given number using recursion. Piecewise function. Function with the trigonometric and exponential terms. Composite function. Implicit function. Circle equation. Function with logarithmic and polynomial terms. Multivariable function. Differential equation example.
That's all for today. We hope you found this tutorial informative and helpful. Detailed PDF notes available. Pay just Rs 49. Share the screenshot with video name and we will send you the notes. Google Pay number is given below. We are also providing online and offline classes on Oracle or MySQL SQL, PLSQL, Python Basics, and Python Advanced on all days from 4 am to 10 pm. For more details, please contact Mrs. Santhu Dinesh +91 97 47006133. She will be available on WhatsApp also. If you have any feedback or suggestions for future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Your support means the world to us. For more videos and tutorials, please visit our channel Pine IT Edu Plus and subscribe. Don't forget to like, share and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next video. Bye.